What is up ang aking mga Bortong Barbie? My name is Maniego and today is a very special episode because we are speaking in straight English. Chara! But yes, I am with a very special woman and this is actually my coming out. I am in fact straight sumubo. But yeah, I'm with the amazing Dr. GLAM right now, and our topic of discussion right now is long-term relationships in the LGBT community. So please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I am Dr. Shide, also known as Dr. GLAM. Thank you for having me, my gorgeous Aaron. Anything for you.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be here and so nervous to answer those questions.
Nervous, really?
Yeah.
Well, you should be. You should be.
Alam na ninyo sasabihin ko, no? Brad, walang ganyanan. Ang problema mo sa Barbie. Ha? Ha? Sagot!
Been in a relationship for 13 years by
13
now.
years. So
Yes.
very expert in this field of topic.
Maybe not really, maybe in my relationship, but
Alright.
okay, let's do it.
Let's get started.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, can you tell us about your current relationship with the amazing Dr. Far? How it started and how is it going right now?
Wow, that is like
Super sorry. What did I like? Yeah, you can put like this here.
That's okay. I'm not gonna cut it anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We like it uncut here.
like this way.
Yes, go.
Okay, so if I want to talk about my relationship with Dr. Fire, it's like 13 years. That's a long.
Turn it to
thing.
13 seconds.
Okay, 13 seconds. We met in a corridor. She was with her ex-girlfriend and she was lost. And I found her. I was like, okay, I thought she was lost because of she doesn't know where the dean office is. But then I didn't know she was lost in life. Then she got to meet me. I'm like, oh my God, do you want me to show you dean office or your whole life? Then we met and then we were like, okay, now I show her the whole life.
And then she showed her life, and then after 13 years,
Yeah,
married.
after 13 years later, we are here together. Actually, I thought being with her is just an experience. Like we might have like just 1 month together because I was not a person to be committed in relationship.
Really?
But then when I get together with her, I'm like, I change a lot, not just as a person, but also I never thought I can be together with someone. You okay?
I'm allergic to long-term relationships.
Yeah, actually, she told me that is that getting brighter? Farima,
Farma, come here, darling.
Farima, why I'm getting Americanized here?
Oh, what?
Here, huh?
Yeah, I love you.
Okay, recording.
Right, recording. Speaking of the Dr. Far, so you mentioned that you were not really into long-term relationships. When did
Yes.
you change your mind with Dr. Far?
I really like.
Dr. Far's here, just like go on. She's like,
You can come here.
go
Come
here,
on,
go
come on.
here.
She's like
She's just
telling
like,
me. She's
I
like
was like,
telling
go
me what
on,
to
go on.
say.
Ah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I thought that she was the lost one, but I realized that
You were the lost
I was
one.
the lost one. I thought I was confident. I know what I want to do in my life, what I want as a person. But with her, I felt more complete. I didn't know a relationship, something that two of us we do together, can help me to find myself individually. So yeah, so it was. I was so happy that I found her, that we are in a relationship because I grow.
Sana all!
Like I grow in person, I grow individually, not just in being in relationship.
That's such an amazing topic though, like growing individually even though you're together.
Yes,
Because
yes.
like I would think otherwise, because personally, when I think of long-term relationships, I think that you guys are, like people are being too codependent to each other. But like with your story, you found that you found yourself
Yes.
even more.
Yeah.
Right? That's amazing. How did that end up happening? How did you find yourself even more through the relationship?
Because for me, it's like I told you before, like there are a lot of wall around me. So just because there are a lot of wall around me and I didn't trust anyone, it is just representing myself of who I am. And that means that I don't trust myself so much. I don't believe in myself so much. So when I was in relationship, she nourished me and she taught me that, you know what, you're good, you're beautiful. So she gave me that confidence. I'm like, oh my God, I can be good. I can be loved with all the, my worst attitude or all that. So I'm like, okay, like, and I get to trust people. I get to trust myself. It's like I trust myself from within. Like I get to understand myself, get to know myself, and she was super supportive of that. And when I accept and understand and love myself, that was the time I realized that there are certain things I want to do in my life, and I want to do it now because I was already free and I already know what I want at that point because I was at peace. So that was the time that she told me, yeah, you can do that. I want to be like, I told her, you know what, I want to be a celebrity doctor. I want to be like, I have this clinic, I want to do this and that. And then she, yeah, you can do it. I will support you. Although she's introvert, she's not into entertainment and stuff, but she went, she beyond that her limit, and she did it everything.
You're the one who pulled her in front of the camera.
Yes.
That's amazing. Before, I would always think that when it comes to long-term relationships, it's like giving up your life in a way, right? Because based on experience, personally, Wartang Barbie, I wasn't really into long-term relationships before because my maximum relationship with a guy would be 11 months, right? But that comes from experience as well. Maybe because I haven't found the right person yet, but it's based on a mindset that I'm only able to find myself alone, right? But my question to you guys is, how was the journey towards making it long term? Because I feel like you guys would have your struggles.
Yes, exactly.
What was one of the most challenging parts of the relationship that you went past?
Like for me, there was a time that I was thinking that should we be together? I mean, because especially if you're a longer time together, and then there's challenges coming on your way, there are changes that are happening individually, changes individually, but also in relationship, sometimes financially, sometimes a different growth, you have different thing in your mind and you want to experience that in different country or location. So for me, the question was, is it the time that I have to let go, or is it time that I have to work it out? So the only person that I could talk to about this was my mom, because I see my mom they're in a long relationship and they are very sweet. So
and you talked about it before, you and your mom and your dad, it's like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
right?
they're
They would always
super
call them
sweet.
that.
Yeah. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, how will I know that? Should I end a relationship, or should I
Keep it,
work through it? And she was telling me it's so easy. The only thing you have to think is, do you love the person? Because I love your dad. If even we have so many challenges, so many problems. There was a time we had so many problems, which it was sometimes not our problem. It was from our relative and family.
Yes.
We are pushing things together. But the only thing that I always ask is do I love your father? And for me, that was piece of cake, because for me, at the end of the day, I look at her, even we fight a big fight. I'm like, I hate you, don't look up to me like that. At the end of the day, it's I love this person. When I see her face, it's oh my gosh, she's so cute, and I love her.
We have this concept in Filipino terminology, which is basically, we say that pinipili kita araw-araw, and it's basically we choose to love you. I choose to love you every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that also is important in relationships, is that it's a choice to be with you every single day.
Yes, true.
Even through all of the challenges, you choose to be with a person because you know that at the end of it you will get through it, right?
Yeah.
And that's really amazing, and that we have so much to learn from them. Grabe. Because my Wartang Barbies are still very young, they're still very inexperienced when it comes to life. So, what would be your advice to them, when looking for long-term relationships and looking for relationships in general?
I didn't know that saying that you said a while ago. You said we choose to love the person every day, right?
Yes.
I think that's what we practice. We choose to love each other every day for the person they are. I love her for the person she is. I'm not trying to change her. I'm not trying to put her in a box. I'm not trying to make her want things that I want, right? So we respect each other's individuality, and we know that both of us, we have space to grow. Everything in nature is constantly growing. In nature, if something stops growing, it starts to decay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it starts to die out.
Die
out.
So
True.
the only thing that's in control of us that's not physical, but physically we start to decay at some point, right? We start growing. But our character, our personality never stops. So our individuality never stops. And that is what we do. We support each other. And if we make sure when we look at the person, it's not because I need you.
Yeah.
Because you're
a sense of need.
beautiful.
Nah, I can't live without you. We
So you
make
think
sure-
you're beautiful?
Yeah, I'm beautiful.
Yes,
I
you
thought-
are.
I thought you love me because I'm beautiful.
Aside that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an important factor.
Yeah, I actually really like that saying that you choose to love them for who they are
Who they
right now.
are, yeah.
Because a lot of relationships are founded because I see this person who's similar to what my ideal type is,
Yes.
and then I shape them
Yeah,
into
yeah,
becoming
yeah.
who
Yes.
I want them to be.
Yes.
Because we have the saying that there's no such thing as Mr. Right. It only comes when you make the person into becoming their
Yes,
ideal type.
yes.
But we are not in control of other
Of
people,
other
of
people,
who
exactly.
who they're supposed to
Yes.
be. They are who they are, and that's where the love comes from. That
Yes.
you love them regardless of what they are right now, regardless of their mannerisms, or regardless of who they are. As long as it's both benefiting in the relationship, right?
Exactly.
That's
So
amazing.
true. That's so true.
I love that. Oh my god, we have so much to learn.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh. But speaking of what, for my Bortang Barbies, what is the greatest thing that comes out of a long-term relationship?
What is for you? For me, it's the life fulfillment. You know, the achieving milestone and then having somebody there who has been there. You know, who has known you. What was your starting point? What is your challenges? Sometimes we hide our challenges, right, from people we love, like from our
Yes.
parents, from our younger
Keep it to
siblings.
yourself.
We keep it to ourselves. But
Perfect.
our partner is the only one who goes through everything with us, if it's the right partner. And that support and that the accomplishment at the end, it feels so fulfilling. It's something that you don't get tired of, and it's just pure satisfaction.
I copy.
Copy paste, same sentence.
Yeah,
I
true.
love that. And lastly, for this interview,
Interview.
yeah, so Oprah Winfrey.
Surprise.
But yeah, for my last part is that a lot of people don't believe that they are capable of loving, or think that they're deserving of love. What would you say to these people who feel like who haven't been in a relationship, or who actually haven't really felt true love? What would you say to them?
I would say feel true love for yourself first.
Yeah, I mean, don't go to a relationship if you don't love yourself, because that is such a dragging when you're in a relationship. Because when the person doesn't love herself or himself, when they're in a relationship, even how much the person or the partner keep giving love, they will not feel it because they don't love themselves. You're supposed to understand that, and you're supposed to love yourself first, and you're supposed to know how you want to be loved. What is your love language? You need to know that, because when you're in a relationship, that's the time you're gonna tell to your partner, you know what? When you do that, I feel love. When you do that, I don't feel love. So at least you know yourself, you understand yourself before bringing someone in your relationship. That is very important. Just experience yourself fully. If you're single, don't feel bad like, oh my god, I'm single, I don't have another person. No, experience that fully. See what is love for you. You experience love in different dimension, different type of, whether physical, emotional. Then when you experience that, then you're like, okay, I'm ready to be in this relationship, and I want to be loved this way. And then you're gonna be in relationship, and that person know, because it's like a map. They will know how will I love you when you don't know
How to
you
love yourself. Oh my
How can I
God,
do
yes,
that?
yeah.
So that can really help a relationship to grow more and a longer term.
I love that, right? Because like, if you don't know how to love yourself, how do you expect others to love you?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is, rather than looking for validation and love from other
Other
people,
people.
Yeah.
focus on getting the validation that you can
Yes.
love
Yes.
yourself the way
Yes.
you
Yes.
are. Yeah, and then the love will come after that.
Yes.
Yeah, it will just come. Like
Our outside world is usually mirror of what is going
What
on.
is-
inside.
Yes.
So if we feel ashamed, we encounter situations that will emphasize that feeling, right? If we feel unloved, then we encounter people and circumstances and situations that will heighten that feeling. So but if you feel love, then you attract people and circumstances that also heighten.
Yes, because like attracts like.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
true.
Guys, this has been such an amazing collab. And
Yes,
can you drop
yes,
your social
awesome.
media so that my boredom Barbies can follow you?
Go.
Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Dr. Glam, my YouTube, and also my Facebook, Dr. Glam, and also my IG, Dr. Shida. And once you follow that, you can see my partner there, Dr. Glam.
Yes.
All over my socials.
Social.
Yes, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe,
Subscribe,
comment
guys.
what content you guys want to see from us next, and just, enjoy life. right?
Yes.
Do you have any last messages for my Borton Barbies?
Just to love yourself the way you are and experience it. Nothing is late, especially if you're younger now, you're in your teenage. Just go and experience what you want for your life. For me, it's like just writing a piece of paper what you want without thinking of if you have the money for it, if you have the freedom for it. Don't think of anything. Just write down what you want.
Because that's
for
how you
your life.
manifest
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yes.
And you're gonna get it. You never know.
I love it.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is a lot of the feedback that I got. A lot of younger generation really deal a lot with confusion. If you're that type, what I would recommend is just go and experience. Go have adventure. Do not judge or question
Yes.
what is it or what's like, what's you don't like. Just do an experience and the feeling will follow. Keep an open mind.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
amazing. And my lesson for you guys is to always check your Globe bill whenever you get the bill, okay? Because you will be surprised that if you don't pay it, it'll be just like 10,000 pesos. Yes! Thank you so much. Bye-bye. How do you turn this off?
I'll turn it off. It's okay.
How do you turn this
There,
off?
the red button over there. Yeah.